Welcome back to the video, and in today's video, we are going to be ranking every single NBA team based on how fun they are to watch. Now, I want to say this right away, this channel is not going to become an NBA channel. I'm enjoying making NBA content right now because the NFL is on the off-season period, so there's not a lot of content to be made. But don't worry, this channel is still an NFL channel. The NBA is just a secondary thing that I will continue to be posting. But if it does well, I will keep doing it. So today I'm gonna be ranking every single NBA team based on like how fun they are to watch. This is based on criterias of like on TV, how exciting they are, how much energy they bring, and all of that together. So at the top we have the must-see teams. Below that we have the exciting teams. Below that we have the not disappointed but I'm not amazed teams. Then we have kind of boring and snooze fest at the bottom. A lot of teams to go through. Let's get straight into the video. Again, this is not based on how good they are. It's based on how much fun they are to watch. The first team you're going to be ranking is the Orlando Magic. I'm going to say here, they got Paulo. They got a couple players that are kind of fun to watch. Paulo, Franz Wagner, Mortis Wagner, Cole Anthony. I still say I'm kind of bored by watching the Magic. Not that they're terrible, but I'm still kind of bored while watching them. I don't think it's quite a snooze fest, though, because they do have some players that are quite fun to watch, like Paulo Banchero, because he's going to be Rookie of the Year. Next will be the Mavericks. I'm going to say exciting. Even though their team's not doing that good, Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. That's all you got to know. They're an exciting team to watch. Even if they're not playing well, just Luka on the floor, Kyrie on the floor, together as a duo. It's exciting. Next up, we have the Denver Nuggets. I'm actually going to say not disappointed, but I'm not amazed by watching the Nuggets. Like, they're a good team. Don't get me wrong. They're one of the best teams in the league. But watching them on TV is not that exciting. Like, Jokic, the way that Jokic plays isn't too exciting. Seems like the way that they play isn't crazy. They kind of just do what they need to get done, but it's nothing special. Next up, we have the Detroit Pistons. I'm gonna say kind of boring as well. Not quite a snooze fest, but it's not crazy boring. They do have some fun players that I watch, like when Jaden Ivey goes off, or when Kay goes off, or like Bojan Bogdanovic. I mean, like do have some players that are fun to watch, but overall, I mean, as a team, I gotta put it in kind of boring. I think it's just kind of boring in my opinion. Next up, we have the New Orleans Pelicans. I'm gonna put the Pelicans in exciting when they have Zion. When they have Zion, when they have Brandon Ingram, when they have CJ McCollum, they are an exciting team to watch. They have a lot of good players, and I enjoy watching them. Without Zion, they're kind of boring to not disappointed but not amazed. But I think with Zion, I'm putting them exciting. Next up, we have the Nets. Kind of boring now. I enjoy watching them. Before when they had KD and when they had Kyrie, they were fun to watch because their team was just insane. But now they're kind of boring because they lost a lot of players and their team is just starting to go down. I wouldn't say they're a snooze fest though because they do have some players and they are still a playoff team. Next up, we have the Atlanta Hawks. Not disappointed, but I'm not amazed. I feel like they're kind of like the Denver Nuggets, where they're always just consistently fine. Nothing crazy, nothing that's gonna wow you, but they're still a decent team, and I don't mind watching them, in my opinion. Next up, we have the Indiana Pacers. I'm actually going to say not disappointed, but not amazed, because I really like watching Tyrese Halliburton. I like watching Miles Turner. I think it's a fun team to watch, although that their record isn't that good. I think it's a fun team to watch on TV. Next up, we have the Timberwolves. I'm not going to lie, kind of boring. I feel like their team is always kind of staying the same. It's Rudy Gobert, Karl-Anthony Towns, but it's a lot of players that aren't too exciting to watch. I like watching Anthony Edwards, but that's about it, in my opinion. Next up, we have the Knicks. I'm gonna say exciting. I think the Knicks are a super exciting team. I think the thing that I like about the Knicks that is to me is super exciting is just them like not having anyone that's absolutely insane, but so many players that work so well together. Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, Mitchell Robinson, R.J. Barrett, Cam Reddish, like all of them together. Does actually Cam isn't on the team, but they are super exciting to watch in my opinion. Cavaliers, that's gonna be the first must see. Cavs are really, really good. I think it's just the amount of stars that are on the court. Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jared Allen, and I'm missing one more. Evan Mobley. It's a must-see for me. Just one of the best teams in the game, and I don't think you could really say otherwise. Next to be the Miami Heat. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not disappointed, but I'm not amazed while watching the Heat. They're kind of always kind of like similar to like the Nuggets. They're kind of just there. Like you have some stars like Jimmy Butler, Kyle Lowry, Tyler Hero, Bam, but overall, if we're thinking about the team itself, kind of boring to watch on TV. Next will be the Wizards. That's the first snooze fest. Kyle Kuzma, Bradley Beal. Beal sometimes hurt though, so you never even get to see him. Pretty boring team to watch on TV, in my opinion. Next we have the Raptors. I'm gonna say not disappointed, but I'm not amazed. Last year I putting in exciting because Scotty Barnes and Pascal, but Scotty Barnes is starting to fall off a little bit, and their team is just starting to fall off, and their team isn't even close. Is a play-in team currently, so I'm not disappointed, but I'm not amazed. Next will be the Golden State Warriors. That's a must-see for me because I'm a Warriors fan, but also because I think they are such a fun team to watch. The shooters that they have, and a team that you're always going to be attacked because it's like, although the team isn't playing that good this year, they're still like a fun team because you know that they can turn on at any moment and go off one day. You could see Steph Curry hit 40 points, and you could see Clay have like 10 threes. We just don't know, and you just don't know what side of the Warriors are going to get. Next, we have the Utah Jazz. I'm going to say kind of boring now. At the start of the season, I would put them in exciting because they actually were a really exciting team with Lauri Markkanen and Colin Sexton going off. But now they kind of leveled down to earth and they're not as good. They're not a snooze fest. They're just kind of boring. Next, we have the Rockets. It's a snooze fest. I'm not going to lie. Fun to watch Jalen Green, but that's about it. It's just super boring to watch them. They're the worst team in the league for a reason. I don't really watch many of their games. Next, we have the Kings. That's going to be a must-see. One of the best offenses in the game, so that does help them be more of a must see. But the team's just super fun to watch. De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, Kevin Huerter, super fun team to watch. Harrison Barnes, super fun team to watch. I think it's just I always like when more points are scored. That's always going to help it, but I think it's a must see. Next, we have the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm going to put them in exciting. I think Oklahoma City Thunder is a very exciting team to watch. Very young players like Shea, Chet Holmgren. I'm missing some more. I know I'm missing more, but Shea's the main one. I mean, watching Shea is incredible, and I think they're a super exciting team. Bucks must see, best team in the league. It's Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. Simple as that. They're a must see. Not much talking about there. The best team to watch, in my opinion. They're just a must see when you have Giannis, the best player in the league, on your team. Next up be the Trailblazers. I'm actually gonna say not disappointed, but not amazing. When Damian Lillard's going off, super fun to watch. But otherwise, when he's not going off, pretty boring team. So I think that's a perfect middle of the road kind of thing because I think when Damian Lillard is going off and he gets those 50-point games, I'm really intact on watching them. When he does kind of bad, when the Blazers start going on a bit of a losing streak, they're not as fun to watch. Next up, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. I'm actually going to say kind of boring. I'm not going to lie, they're kind of boring. I think they're a good team. I think they have a good record. But as a team, they're kind of boring. Like, the way that they play, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, amazing players. But at the same time, the style, I can't really say why, but the style of how they play is kind of boring, in my opinion. Hornets, that's a snooze fest. Even if you have Melo, honestly, it's LaMelo. It's still a snooze fest. Terrible team, and they're just not doing good. Next up is the Lakers. I'm still going to say exciting because they have LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So it's still exciting to me because they do have those big players, although their record isn't even that good. Just having LeBron James, having maybe the GOAT on your team, I wouldn't say so. I think Michael Jordan's still the GOAT, but having a top two player of all time and Anthony Davis is it's exciting. Next up, we have the San Antonio Spurs. That's another snooze fest. Couldn't even really tell you playing the Spurs. Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Jakob Poeltl. And Jakob Poeltl might not even be on the Spurs anymore. I don't think he is anymore. That's a snooze fest. It's an easy snooze fest. One of the worst teams in the league. Memphis Grizzlies, exciting. And I don't care if John Morant pointed a gun on Instagram. And I don't care if obviously it's not right, but I don't care about. I think even that kind of created controversy, even made it more exciting to watch. Because I think their team is so young and so exciting to watch. You got Jaren Jackson Jr. is going to be the Defensive Player of the Year. You have John Morant. You have Dylan Brooks. You have Desmond Bane. Super fun team to watch. Obviously, John Morant doing that is ridiculous, but whatever. I can't control them. Doesn't really matter. They're still an exciting team to watch. Next with the Chicago Bulls, they're kind of boring at this point. Not quite a snooze fest, but they're they're a pretty boring team. Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, but their team this year hasn't been that good and hasn't been anything special. Next with the Sixers, I think it's a must see. Sixers are one of the best teams, and honestly, we're gonna go on a little must see rampage because we're gonna put them all in there. Sixers, one of the best teams in the league. Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, James Harden. a bunch of talent around there, and Joel Embiid is making a case for MVP. So seeing an MVP perform like that is amazing. The Suns, pretty simple. They got Kevin Durant. Their lineup's insane. They're going to be one of the best teams in the league in the coming future as well. And going into the playoffs, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, those stars just around and together seems unreal, and they deserve to be in a must-see. And then the Celtics, obviously, is a must-see. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, the second best team in the league based on record, and one of the best teams in the league to watch as well. And that's the end of my tier list of rating every single NBA team based on how fun they are to watch. Comment down below what you agree or disagree with. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!